Hi, and welcome to my channel. My name is Michelle with She Lit the Way. Today I have a pick a card reading for you, and this one is November Energies. So I have 3 piles for you to choose from. Go ahead and choose a pile with your intuition. I wanted to let you guys know that I am accepting personal readings at this time, and the link will be in the description box below. Thank you so much, and go ahead and pick your pile. Hi, pile number 1. If you chose pile number 1, this is your reading for November, your November energies, and this looks very interesting. So the overall energies for November for you is gratitude. So we have a feeling of being grateful for all the things that we have, and especially November with Thanksgiving bringing about the energy of what we are thankful for. You are very grateful for everything that you've received and worked very hard for. I feel as though with this pile, you've been through a lot. So we have the darkness. You may be going through a period of feeling as though you're in a protective void, protective space, one where you're done thinking, you're done contemplating, you're done pursuing or acting in any way towards anything or anybody. This is where you are just calmly shutting down. I don't feel as though this is a depression. I feel as though this is being in the void so that you can, quietly relax and accept what is going on around you. You have a lot of growth going on, and I can see that within the other cards also. And that, I think, is why you're in this protective void. You're very grateful for all that you have. You are growing, you are expanding, but during this process, sometimes we need that time out, and you are very accepting of that time out, which is awesome. So I would like to read your Archangel cards that you received. You received the most out of all the piles. So we have Counselor, Archangel Azrael. You are a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Also, if you actually are a counselor, a spiritual advisor, or just someone that people come to constantly, you may need this time out. You may need to wipe out all that energy, do some healing work on yourself so that you can replenish and rebuild your energies and clear away other energies. So with your counseling, this could be you may see this as very spiritually guided. You do have spirit all around you, and you do channel information to give to others. The next card is You Know What to Do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. So it's saying that you know what to do, you know what your body needs, your mind needs, your spirit needs. Divine Order. Archangel Raguel, everything is how it needs to be right now. Look past the illusion and see underlying order. So those are beautiful. And like I said, you got the most out of any pile. Okay, and then this is an extra card for the month, and you got the 9 of Cups, which is the Wish card. So you are definitely bringing in something, and we're going to find out what that is. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this card. This card is going to represent the shadow aspect, what you've been working on, or what you are beginning to work on in the month of November. So we have the child I was meant to be. That is a beautiful card. Okay, so maybe as a child you were never allowed to be an actual child. Maybe you had very strict parents. I'm also picking up from this that maybe you had many brothers or sisters, or even just one. Maybe your parent maybe your parent was kind of out of the picture or had to work all the time, and you had to watch over your baby brother or sister. You had to take on many responsibilities, whether it's cooking dinner or, walking to the corner store to get whatever was needed. I feel like you were the helper of the family and much was placed on your shoulders. So I think you're dealing with this situation. I think part of you is very grateful that you've had the experience, but the other part is that you want to be that child that you weren't able to be. So I do see you working on this type of energy in the month of November. Okay, so now on to the tarot cards. And this is the Vice Versa Tarot deck, if you have not seen it before. Okay, if you notice in almost all of these pictures, you have your back turned. This is a very powerful, powerful statement. So with the Hermit, this card is showing me that you've already dived a great deal into your inner child work. If anything, you're coming out of it. You're completing this work. So you've worked on the shadow aspect. You're coming out of it a free person, free mind, body, and spirit. You're releasing and relinquishing those vibes of the past. So typically you would go within. Now you're turning your back to the situation, which means to me that there's a completion. You've healed that aspect of you. You're ready to proceed and walk forward. There does seem to be something else that you're working on. This may be a new job for you, a new project. So with this completion, something new is definitely coming in. With the, sorry about that, that is my dog Charlie, making noise in the background. So we have the Two of Swords. Typically we see this card where she is blindfolded, but yet again, her back is turned to us and she's illuminated by the moon. So being that she is around pretty much calm water, she is rising from the water. The moon is illuminating her. She is no longer blindfolded. You have overcome some major, major stuff from your past. You are definitely now coming into a period of peace. It's almost like other people's opinions do not matter anymore, which is a beautiful space to be in. You're no more focused inward, doing all that inner work. Now you know where you're going. You know that path. You know that direction. And we see this with the Six of Wands. The Six of Wands is victory. You've accomplished something so big, so major. And I do feel like it is that inner work. You've overcome so much. Now you are in this victory stance. You are getting attention. So let's say in the month of November, you're going to Thanksgiving. Your family hasn't seen you in a while. They're going to notice the biggest difference in you. It is that big. It is that transformational. They're going to see it in your attitude. They're going to see it in the way you walk, present yourself, speak, the way you dress. It's like every aspect of you is shifting and changing now into a more positive, expansive, growing period. Like I said, with this darkness, you're in that space at times to collect your own thoughts, your own energies, wipe away others, and proceed. Okay, so we have the Six of Cups, which typically this is a relationship card. Again, their backs are turned. So I almost feel as though for some of you, this is representing your higher self. It's almost like your higher self is leading you by the hand down the path. You now have this connection with your higher self, and you're able to move forward and make the decisions that are required for you and your growth. Now in November, if this has to do with relationships, this could be moving on to a new chapter with your partner. This also could be representing people not accepting the relationship. So you guys are turning your back on other people to live your life. And then we have the Page of Cups. So with the Page of Cups, it's a breath of fresh air. It's looking out. It's creating a new emotional stability and balance. That is your goal. That is what you're headed for. This is a very powerful reading. You have tons of spiritual guidance all around you. You've removed major obstacles in your life. This is kind of like that conclusion, what you've been fighting or battling for maybe years. Okay, so this is it for pile number 1 for your November energies. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Okay, if you chose pile number 2, this is your November energy reading. So let's see what is coming up. We will start with, how about your angel card for the month of November? Patience, Archangel Jophiel. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. Okay, and then these 3 cards are going to be the main energy of the month of November. So we have peace. The feeling that I'm getting off of this card is that you guys are starting a new energy program of meditation. Now, whatever meditation means to you, whether it's just sitting quietly or whether it's playing a meditation tape, it is you actually making the commitment to be still and go within. Now, we do have fear. You're fearing that something is not going to work out. I do get some anxiety in general, like a general anxiety disorder with this particular group. And I think that is why you're starting to meditate, pull in higher energy, working with your guides. There's something that you're wanting to know the answer to, and I think it's not going to come in the way that you want it to. I feel pressure here. There's pressure in the sense of you're really wanting something a certain way, and I think it's going to come to you, but it's going to be in a different way and a different time. Like, you have it all laid out in your head, how it's going to happen, how it's going to be, but there's going to be some hiccups along the way. There's going to be patience that is needed within this situation for the month of November. You may also have an unexpected visitor. I feel as though during your maybe some meditation or whenever you're silent, you could even be doing yoga. And during that silence, something is going to click for you in November spiritually. If you haven't connected with your higher self or your guides before, it's almost like this new world opens up for you. This could also be where some of the fear comes in, but I almost feel like it's that happy bursting in your chest kind of anxiety, heart racing. Something has come to you that is just so exciting to you in this particular aspect. There's like a couple different stories here. Okay, so expect the unexpected spiritually for some of you. Others of you, you're like in this process of trying to do something and you're trying to be too strict or controlling with how the process is going to be, and there's going to be that unexpectedness. So these two cards are extra cards. We have two tens representing the end of a cycle. I feel as though you have had health problems. You may be dealing with illness. You may be dealing with, I'm sensing inflammation in a lot of people's bodies. Yes. A lot of inflammation in people's bodies. And I want to say for some of you, this is going to flip around to where you feel much better with the natural or herbal route that you have been doing. Some of you may actually be getting actual acupuncture. But it is telling me that there is an end of some sort to this cycle. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is, you know, the new beginning with a marriage, but an ending with, you know, just being in a relationship. This is where, you know, the goal is accomplished and now you're ready to move on to the next stage. So in health and relationships, that's what I'm seeing in November. Okay, so this card here is your shadow aspect that you're working on in the month of November. So let's have a look. Sacrifice. Okay. So you may be one of those type of people that sacrifice all your wanted needs for others, which would explain this state of anxiety. So you're working on sacrificing. With the unexpected, what I'm pulling in is by you doing this inner work, you are going to pull in something that is completely unexpected. I keep getting this feeling of a new discovery that completely changes things. So, sacrifice. Now we have the vice versa tarot. So let's see what they have to say for the month of November. Okay, so with this card, this is the work card, and I feel as though you are guiding or teaching someone your skill or ability. You are very experienced at this, but I feel as though you teaching it or giving information to others is new for you. So that energy is very much coming in. I feel as though with judgment, this is also another end of a cycle beginning. So have you put in the hard work? Have you done what you needed to do? Have you put out all the information so that others can come to you? Do you feel guided and pulled in a particular direction to create something magnificent? Some of you may feel exposed. Some of you may feel judged. This may be an uncomfortable situation for you to be in. It's a new situation for you to experience. But that's what it's all about, is you experiencing something new, overcoming your fears, learning something new about yourself. We do have the Hangman. This goes along with the patience, the peace, and the sacrifice card in a way with the Hanged Man. Seeing things from a different perspective, also being patient, kind of being energetically sat down to allow your energy to calm down for things to unfold in time, in their proper time. So then we have, let's see, the Magician. The Magician is usually shown facing forward, and he's creating and he's showing off his magic. This one is a little bit more inward. You're using your skills, your abilities to create what you want, but you're not doing the show for people. You're not showing people. You're not doing the magic tricks for people, so to speak. You're not sending all that information out to people to pull in. Okay, now I have a dog that is snoring, so that is Maggie. Sorry about that. She's having a good snooze. Okay, so for you guys, in the month of November, it's more like you're keeping secrets, but they're really, really good secrets as to what you are capable of or what you're putting out to the world. You come out with a really nice level of confidence with what you're doing. And then we have the Three of Cups, which is an absolute celebration and honoring with friends. But as you see in this is the more spiritual, going along with the Magician card, who's facing the opposite way as with the Three of Cups. She's not celebrating with everybody. She's celebrating herself, her truth, her abilities, her fears, working through those, getting to a point where she can move forward and be happy and settled. We have the Knight of Swords. So what am I getting with this one? So pushing forward. And these are kind of like in the dark. So this is your subconscious. So you're taking what you're learning or what you know to the very best of your ability, and you're applying it. Now, I do get some spiritual, witchy type energy for the highest good in these three cards. So you're applying your magic, your creativity. You're applying all that energy to moving yourself up spiritually. So you're leveling up. And it's like you're no longer, you get out of this fear state. You do overcome that. Because now you're strong and independent. Now you don't need like everybody adding their 2 cents worth in. Now you're off on your journey. And it's like you're no longer sacrificing your energy. You have learned how to move forward on your own. And you're stopping making the sacrifices of your energy for everyone else. So you have a very clear path for you guys in the month of November. I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you next time. Hi, pile number 3. This is your November energy reading. So let's go ahead and look at your Archangel card here. We have Life Review, Archangel Jeremiah. Take inventory of your life and resolve to change or heal anything that is unbalanced. A life review. Oh my. I can see it coming. Okay, so this is the main energies of November. We have release. So what is it that you need to release? What is it that you're being forced to release? I can already tell you, but ask yourself that question. We have pleasure. And we have patience. So these are the energies for November. Right off the bat, what I'm sensing is some of you may have a blocked heart chakra, and this is something that needs worked on. If you see in both of these, basically her chest is thrust forward. This is a representation of releasing whatever energy that you've been holding on to in your heart chakra. So the focus is definitely there. This also is leading me to believe that this might be a relationship type month where big things happen. So you are releasing heart chakra energy to be able to transform yourself so that you can have better relationships. This is finding that balance within relationships or love of yourself and bringing you pleasure. Just imagine if you could release that boulder that is stuck in your chest from relationship after relationship and just all the gunk that's in there. So basically, this is the month to release, the time to go back, revisit some painful situations, forgive and move on, release so that you can feel that pleasure and freedom of being free from that type of energy. Now, this can be a process, a long, slow, drawn out process, or it can be a quicker process. Some people need to have that slower, longer process so that it really clicks with them what it is that they are never to jump back into relationship-wise. Okay, so where do I want to go? We have the Eight of Pentacles. This is one of your extra cards. The Eight of Pentacles represents someone who is very skilled in what they do. People seek you out. This could also be representing permanency. Like when I think of a tattoo, I think of permanency. I also think of extreme creativity and absolute confidence. So you'll have to ask yourself, are you the one that is giving the tattoo who has the extreme creativity and extreme confidence to put something on somebody's body that lasts a lifetime? Or are you the one that is watching and maybe learning, and there's also this weird vibe of somebody spying? So you may be experiencing that in the month of November. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the vice versa tarot cards. Actually, I think I want to go to your, this is your shadow aspect for the month of November. This is the aspect of yourself that haunts you, that you need to pull out and work through. So this is the card this is the energy that's going to show up in November for you to kind of work through and release. Blinded to the pain. Okay, so this makes complete sense with working on the heart chakra, taking this life review. So definitely you have walked this life in extreme pain with extreme heaviness in your heart. Absolute relationship situations, love situations, could be family situations. It's almost like you've made yourself numb. Like if I was to ask some of you at this time, how's your relationship? How do you feel about yourself? Maybe a handful of you would be, not so good. I got some things to work on. But then there's some of you that are like, everything's good. Everything's going great. Because in your mind, you're living a completely normal life. This is how your life has been. So it's almost like you're blinded to the pain that you've even been carrying around. But something is going to wake this up in some of you. So the pain that you are numb to is going to be shaken loose in the month of November, which will cause a huge healing process. Heart chakra energy. Okay, so let's go ahead to your tarot. Okay, this is the devil reversed. The devil is the devil no matter which way he faces. He's just not as strongly paying attention to you. This card is representing someone in your life that has made you feel like crap, sucked you dry. Maybe even some narcissistic stuff is going on for some of you. This is just someone who just sucks the life out of you and then leaves nothing but making you feel bad. So with this card, his back is turned to you. So I feel as though his attention is elsewhere at this time. Some of you may have already broken up. So this is your great escape, your great plan of working on yourself. Some of you literally are going to be walking out and escaping while his back is turned. This is number 3 is like lots of energy in this particular reading. So if you've been in a narcissistic relationship, this causes you to walk on eggshells constantly, all the time. And if you've had this pattern in your life for all of your time, you are probably an empath. So I'm pulling up this energy with the Queen of Cups. Some of you are empaths. You've been hurt, you've been abused, you've been just around so much negativity. But with that comes the ability of an empath. You can sense a footstep. You can pull information out of somebody's breathing. You can feel the electrical charge in the air. You can tell by somebody's tone of voice what you need to do, like get out of the house or go in your room or whatever. So this is the empath going within, taking an opportunity while this energy is not coming towards you. This is you working on that, finding a way to process your thoughts, putting everything in perspective. And that with the Ace of Swords, we have that focused energy, that mental clarity that is probably greatly welcomed. We have the Four of Swords. So with the Four of Swords, this is taking that mental break. Any chance you get. I mean, if you work a full-time job and then you come home to just like some bad energy relationship constantly, you're going to need to work on yourself. You're going to have to focus that energy. You're going to have to rest and relax whenever you can. I do see you pulling yourself out of this situation. This is for some of you that it pertains to. You're creating that new future with the Two of Wands. I'm seeing you looking out. I'm seeing you feeling and sensing the energies. You're really trying to find your center. This group is finding their center in November because of some nasty energy type things that have happened to you. Okay, so I always find this particular card interesting, the Ten of Wands. You are so tired. You are so overburdened. You keep going. It's like this repeated process. This could be a repeated process in a relationship, in a job, in just how you interact with your own energy. This guy is now in stone. He's in stone. He's doing the same thing over and over and over. Can you imagine being in this position over and over and over and carrying this heavy, heavy load? It's almost like that robotic process. So it's 10 is the end of this crap. Break the cycle. Get out of this energy. Get out of this energy pattern. It's time to be done. It's time to look towards the light. It's time to let this person go. Because you are powerful. You are the Queen of Cups. You are the Queen of Intuition. Follow your energy. Let your energy, your higher self, be your guide. And you are going to be working on this. So you may be a sloppy crying mess, or you may accept everything that it is and release it. Everything's not going to be fixed overnight. Now I understand this card. There's a permanent scar on you. This was probably a soulmate relationship for many of you. Could even be a twin flame relationship. Twin flames, soulmates, teach you big, big, energetic lessons. Huge. So soulmates is not fun and games, beautiful all the time. It is work. They are brought into your life because you guys agreed to be together and work through particular aspects of each other that you needed to learn about. So if this resonates, some of you are just permanently affected by this particular situation, relationship. You are going to pull yourself out of it. You are going to overcome. You're going to do that life review. You're going to know what's best for you with the Queen of Cups. You're going to have this release, this transformation, actually feeling instead of being blind. You're actually going to start feeling. Step away from this energy. This energy. Make sure you are resting. Have patience. You're going to transcend. You're going to be able to move through it. Even if the first time doesn't work, you just might try it again and you just might be successful. Very heavy energy for some of you in pile number 3. But there we have it. There is healing this month for you. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.